Back now with the cost of identifying missing people or unidentified remains found along the southern border. The federal government will now foot the bill.
Channel 5's Monica de Anda joins us live with how this impacts border communities like ours.
Good evening, Oscar. Dina, here along the border, migrants continue to try and cross into the U.S. But if migrants are found lifeless and with no form of identification, then it's up to law enforcement to try and figure out who these people are.
We normally get somewhere about around 30 a year. These past 2 years, it's been less than 20.
Every year, Hidalgo County Sheriff Eddie Guerra and his deputies are called out to areas along the riverbank. Their job? Investigate the cause of death and identify migrants.
It is a lengthy process, especially if the individual does not have any forms of identification.
A lengthy process to identify and try to find each person's family that comes with a hefty price across counties throughout the southern border.
Between 2009 and 2012, Brooks County, the county itself, inherited a tab of $680,700 and change, give or take a few bucks.
We spend between $1,400 and $4,000 per case, so it's a heavy burden for some of our poorer rural communities.
The Missing Person and Unidentified Remains Act, introduced by Congressman Vicente Gonzalez and Will Hurd, was signed into law on January 1st by former President Donald Trump. The big change, now the federal government will cover the cost instead of border communities taking the hit.
We've been paying out of our taxpayer dollars to gather remains and connect and gather DNA evidence of people who die in our fields, in our deserts, across the country, from Texas all the way to California.
State and local governments can apply for government-funded grants that will cover fingerprinting, medical examiners, DNA forensic laboratories, and the cost of transporting, reporting, and identifying missing people and unidentified remains.
It helps all of us, okay? Relatives, family members, law enforcement, everyone at the end of the day.
The new legislation also includes putting out life-saving beacons and more of those, so if migrants get lost in the ranch lands, they're able to call for help in an effort to save more lives. You can find a copy of the Missing Person and Unidentified Remains Act on our website, krgv.com, after the newscast. Reporting in Hidalgo County, Monica de Anda, Channel 5 News at 6.